here we are, day 5.
Oh, wow.
Day 5 of your, what do we call this?
The Lars Project.
The Lars Project. Goal being?
150.
150 is your weight, but what's your goal? What are we achieving here?
Oh, to get down enough so that I can walk around and I can be, I can feel fit. And I can actually do things without getting out of breath. Like tie my shoes.
Tie my shoes. Okay, so let's talk about, you blogged this morning about having a little bit of a challenge with having to give stuff up.
Right, and it's not a little bit of a challenge, it's a huge challenge.
All right.
Yeah, and it's night when I'm just laying there going, I could have this, I could have this, I could have this. And it's only 20 miles to, you know, something bad.
So let's talk about the transition and what happens during a transition like this. Now what we're doing is we're physiologically changing your cellular structure actually in your DNA. And that's the process. Yeah, interesting, huh? And in that process, what we find is the physical part, it is challenging because we are physically addicted to the kind of, well, wherever we are, we're addicted to that situation because it's called homeostasis. The body gets used to it. So wherever you are right now, your body's kind of in the flow. Unless you're transitioning, then that's what's going on. So the first stage is the kind of the physical transformation where you're starting to put different stuff in your body and your body's adjusting.
Right.
How's that going? How's your physical body doing?
And actually fine. This morning I was walking to work and I'm like, wow, I feel thinner. I don't know if that even makes sense. I don't think I am thinner, but I just felt thinner. And
there's a few people in town who've said that you kind of have a different energy about you, a different aura, a different kind of an attitude, the way you're carrying yourself. Everything is shifting. And I think it's partially, if not, majorly, due to the fact that you're just putting live food in your body. That's just an energy factor from an electrical engineering standpoint.
Right.
You're putting food that is energetically alive. There's a life energy in that food, and over time, if you took a sprout and you let it sit, after about a week, it would start withering and dying, and there's some energy loss in there. Well, when you're eating it in its highest state, that's what you're putting in your body.
Yeah, I saw, last night I saw a video that you'd suggested, and I saw the difference, what most people put in, like live food is 5% what most Americans, and now I'm putting in 100%.
Right.
That's pretty remarkable in itself. I mean, again, just physics.
Exactly. So, what movie was this?
Sick and
Fat, sick, and nearly dead.
Nearly dead.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
But it was kind of weird because I'm a different kind of person, because sometimes it inspired me on one level, but then I'm sitting there talking about this other fellow going, dude, I want some of those ribs. So that's
where you are right now.
Well, yeah.
Do you remember in the movie, like, his first couple days, what he was like?
Oh, yeah.
He was in bed. And I've seen other kind of documentaries on people who've gone through this transition, and they spend a couple days in bed.
Right.
Just feeling like crap. You haven't had that.
Right. But unfortunately, I've had people that's really, really, really supportive of me. I mean, people at work. My friend here at work today, we're driving around, and he's like, he's encouraging me. That's great. And my boss is like,
go eat
totally
that
in there. Yeah. He's like, here. He's like, yeah, want some Doritos? No, he's pretty good.
We're conditioned to associate all sorts of emotions with food. So in the past, all this food that you've put in during emotional times has created these kind of psychological locks. And as you start clearing out these foods, that mental game starts to get playing. Like, oh, these cravings for ribs. Mm-hmm. For me, it was, I grew up outside of Philadelphia, so for me, I was going nuts for Philly cheesesteaks.
Sure.
It was just ridiculous. I would salivate at the mere thought of it.
Oh, well, last night when I saw that movie, when the guy said ribs, I got this little tickle right here in my mouth, like, oh yeah.
Right. So the question people ask me, and I'm sure you may be asking, is, do I have to give up everything I love?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
That makes me feel pretty bad.
I know. So getting back to what you love. Now, do I eat things that I love? Absolutely. There are things that I absolutely love to eat, and I just get so excited about eating them. And that's the good news. Here's the reality, is that there's a transition. So right now, there's still a part of you attached, kind of like the old, like the ribs and the cheese sticks and the cheeseburgers and the potato chips and the candy bars and the soda pops and all that stuff. That's a reality. Because you know what? Your cellular physiology is made up of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's who you are.
You are what you eat.
You are what you eat, and that's what you've been eating. So that's who you are right now.
I could do this thing.
Absolutely.
Because I realized, boy, I really want some ice cream, but I don't need it. You know what? I don't want Sprouts, but I need them. So if you can just look at it that way.
Right. And the other side of it is, you make the Sprouts taste good. And they're fun to eat. Because that part of you, that it's like a 2-year-old child. And you can't really be reasoned with. However, what's good about it is it's just like a 2-year-old child. And I've had 3 times I've had 2-year-olds, going through my life. And I've learned something. They can be tricked very easily.
That's what I need.
And that's...
Yeah.
So, part of the thing is just tricking that 2-year-old child that wants ice cream